The chairman of Sony Pictures, Tom Rothman, recently told Comic Book that Spidey will return to the MCU somehow.
Somehow.
God, why can't they just say, here you go and here's when? Just make it simple. So quite obviously, there is a lot of confusion with everything regarding Spider-Man. One person, even somebody official at Sony says something, Marvel Studios says something, Disney says something, the actors say something else. Everybody seems to be saying something else. This, of course, is going to be what Sony Pictures chairman, Tom Rothman, said. This is the guy running Sony. Hopefully, this guy knows what's happening. Although his involvement with X-Men Origins Wolverine and knowing the X-Men would say otherwise, but hey, he's signing off on the checks, so let's go to the source. So when he was asked about Spidey's future, this is what he said, and I quote, "It's receptacle. So, we'll ent one, and they'll ent one. And that's how Benedict Cumberbatch is in the movie. So we have one more. Lent back. That's commitment." End quote. So what he said here is exactly what it sounds like. They are trading characters. They are trading in a mutual exchange. We give you Benedict Cumberbatch, you give us somebody into our film like Spider-Man. Okay, now we can acknowledge Venom in the MCU, but we gain something else from you. So it's a mutual exchange. Like he says, it's reciprocal. That's what it is. And the definition of that is give, felt, or done in return. Again, this lines up with things we've heard before, and that's that Sony wants more of the MCU playground. And if Marvel Studios and Disney are willing to play ball, let's say Spider-Man 4, they go, hey guys, we want our Spider-Man 4 to be Spidey and Daredevil teaming up versus Venom. Okay, Marvel Studios can come to that agreement, but then Marvel Studios goes, well, you give us Spider-Man for another film, but along with that, we want the ability to use the symbiote as well, on our own terms. Okay, we can swing that. So, give and take, right? Everybody trying to work together to ultimately better themselves, but also make sure that it's a scenario where I scratch your back, you scratch my back. Which at least this is sort of the most clear answer we've gotten to what happens next. And I'm assuming this is how it's going to continue to play out. And we're going to get more of this type of a, collaboration down the road, where things become a little bit more, hey, let's see what we can do once or twice at a time. So we don't get back to that whole scenario we were at before, where everybody's looking at us throwing tweets at each other, right? Because that was kind of sad. So hopefully this is an indication that more conversations are happening, and as long as both sides can reach a mutual agreement, things can work out. And we can just hope for the betterment of the universe and all the characters, that they continue a relationship like this and we get more of what we want and beyond.